What's up, everybody? It's Soren Baker here on Unique Access Entertainment. As always, please hit that subscribe button right there. It's free. That enables us to keep coming to you guys as often as possible with all these interviews, man. Please hit that subscribe button, like our content, share it, promote it, so we can keep coming at you. Now, today, we're in the honor and privilege of being joined by Coniyac, Doggys Angels. Thanks for coming through.
Thanks for having me, man. It's always a pleasure.
Yes. So I've known Coniyac since almost 20 years, I think now. So
yes.
Around 20 years. So it's a long time coming for this. So I'm excited. Yeah. So back in the day, since I was around you a little bit back then, I wanted to get from you, because I think a lot of times, especially with female rappers, we kind of skip over this part, which is the love of falling in love with the music and what was it about it. So for you, coming up, what made you really gravitate toward rap and then actually pursue writing and like, oh man, I'm gonna write my own raps. I'm gonna have these notepads. I'm gonna do this.
Honestly, when I actually, I know I'm gonna tell on myself with this one. When I heard Queen Latifah and MC Lyte.
Okay.
I heard Queen Latifah's Ladies First, and then MC Lyte's Cha Cha Cha. I said, I have to do that. And I have to be just as hard as them because they killing it right now. I was kind of like, it was almost like they knew they were competing in a male-dominated game. And I think that when N.W.A. and like Ice Cube set the tone, it was like, I really want to be a rap artist, because, a lot of my style, I actually I took a little from Light, a little from Cube, and a little from Rakim, even a little from Corrupt. And I said, I'll make Coniyac from all those people.
Right.
Yeah, and that's kind of like how I actually put my style together, you know what I'm saying? And really was like, I really want to be an artist. I'm going to get a deal. That's going to happen. So, yeah.
Well, you did it. And congratulations on that. But long before that, I also remember you had told me, and I'd read in stuff, you had said like the tone and your attitude you had gotten from Cube in particular. So with MC Lyte or Latifah and then comparing it to Cube, like what did you see and get from them stylistically and lyrically, and what was different about what you got from Cube?
What I got from Latifah and Lyte, I got you're gonna take me serious as a rapper, as an artist. I have just as much skills as the male artists. I took the seriousness, they took it very serious. It wasn't like, it didn't seem like it was so much for the money, but it was more to prove like I'm here for a reason. From Ice Cube, his vocal tone was so demanding and authoritative. And I like that. I'm 5'2.5". I need you to understand. I need you to understand where I'm coming from. So I had to get that authoritative. Like when Ice Cube say something, like I believe everything he says because he says it with such authority, So I that's what I actually gathered from those artists, and how Queen Latifah, she ended up being a CEO. She took it to the next level. So that even was inspiring as well. MC Lyte was acting, Queen Latifah was acting. Like they showed you all the faces and all the layers that, hip hop could actually be for you as a female artist.
Yeah. Well, I think of that era, Lyte was definitely my favorite. And I think that she, for me at least, and my friends in Maryland, no one, and we mean this, of course, in the utmost respect, no one looked at her as a female rapper. She was just so good that it was like, yo, she's on Self-Destruction. She's, granted, LL may have wrote the verse, but her delivery, her style, all that, it was like,
what?
Yeah.
See, Yeah, please don't tell me that, Soren. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Because that's where I can't do that part. I can't. And that's where I have to give my group so much props and respect. We wrote all our stuff.
Yeah. Well,
all our stuff. Nobody wrote a word.
Well, that's why I was saying it's important, the genesis and the evolution, because of course Light wrote some of her stuff, a lot of her stuff. But for you, I remember when I first met you, probably in 99 or 2000 or whatever it was, I remember you telling me like how you had all these rhymes and all this stuff. And when I was thinking about talking to you for this, I was just like, man, like we don't usually hear that about female rappers. And that's why I thought it was important for you to share that, because knowing that you guys wrote your stuff and being around that early on, that's just important to me. So people look at you guys, I think, in a different way.
Exactly. So, I really appreciate that too, because like when I first started off, I had met Crooked I, and you know, he was in a camp, and you know, the person that was actually running that camp, his name is Big C Style, and he had 19th Street Records. And you know, I was trying to, I just came around, so I'm actually like, you know, I'm big, you know, there's a lot of talent here. When I heard Crooked I was like, oh my gosh, there's somebody just as dope as Corrupt. Like, are we seriously doing this right now? Like, this has got more difficult, you know what I'm saying? So what had happened was going to the studio, and around that time, you couldn't just get on the song. So I would go home and I would write and I would write and I write, because it seemed like every session they already had scheduled artists who was going to get on the song, who was actually producing the beat, all that stuff. So I had to just make sure I was ready. I would go home and I would write, and it would just inspire me just to listen to the music. So one day, Crooked I came into a session and he said, do you have a verse for this song? I said, I have about 20. I said, yes, I've been waiting for this. I put it together. I went in there, and that was it. That, you know, I had to give my respect, you know, I had to give my respect, but that was it. That was like the tester. I said, okay, this is how it is. You know, I swear today they have it so easy, you know, and they have it so easy. Like, they have no idea the pressure that we had to go through. Everybody had to go through. Everybody, you know, had to go through with just trying to shine on a song, you know, and then actually making that song, because people got deleted off songs back in them days.
Well, I remember you had said how amazing that was to experience, that you would be in the studio and it would be like high profile artists. These aren't like no name dudes that are like, and I've seen it myself, dude is on a song and then when it comes out, he's not on the song. And it's, you know, I know you know it because you've seen it, but.
Oh yeah. You have that now. This is why I also, Battle Cat, he was one of my mentors, you know, coming up in this industry. And he actually seasoned me for that particular situation, because he's one of those people too. Like, if the verse is not tight and he produced the beat, you're not staying on the song. So so we would go in there, and we're in the room in the studio, and there's about a good 15 artists in there, and everybody's writing. This is what's crazy. Nobody is playing, okay, we're gonna put Trey D and Dez and Corrupt on the beat, and that's the song, and you know, let's get Snoop for the hook. It's just like, you know, you ready? Let's go. So whoever's finished first, go in there. If it's whack, hopefully it's tight. Because if it's not, you got 15, 14 people in here ready to say it's whack.
Somebody gonna get on it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But out of 15 people, only 4 max can actually make it. Maybe 5, and that's pushing it, depending on how the song is lined up. But that pressure, a lot of artists, I don't think, would last today if that was the type of pressure that they had. I don't think they would look at it as fun. You know, it makes you better. It really does. It makes you better. It's like slap boxing with somebody who can't fight. I mean, you're not gonna be a better fighter. You're not gonna stay. You're gonna stay average. So.
No, I've seen it firsthand myself. I know. I've seen many people rewrite their rhymes on the spot because, they saw, I've been in the studio more or less everybody, and just seeing it happen it's amazing. And then you hear the second time they do the song or the verse, and it is better because they know.
Exactly.
They know.
You see why they didn't make it. You know what I'm saying?
So what, this is something that I'm always curious about for artists. Like, what was it that made you go from I'm writing raps to I'm going to try to do this as a career? Like, what happened, or what was your mentality that happened?
Now, I've actually been writing since I've been like in elementary school. I used to write poetry, in elementary school a lot. So that's why I kind of really lean towards rap too, because it was a lot similar. And I think that the love for it, and the older I got, the more I had the passion, the more the passion grew for it. So I was like, man, I could really, and then I wanted to be, among the best. So I really channeled myself into, I channeled those people, and I said, okay, this is what it takes to get on the song with this artist. This is what it takes to get on the song with this artist. And I really have to make this a career because, for one, I didn't do too good in high school. So, the options, and not that options were slim, but it was just, when you're young, you want to go the best easy route, period. That's just what it is. You're trying to get there fast. So I really took it as a career when people start actually supporting me and wanted other people to hear me, no, you need to hear this girl. She's good. Like, you need to, let me hear your music. And, I had some homies that they would actually play my music. It wouldn't be mixed or anything. Like, I'd be like, dang, why would you want to play? Nah, it's time. I'm telling you, you gonna. So I'm like, okay, well, you know what? Let me start pushing it. And they supported me. My family supported me. My homies that I, hung with at the time, they supported me. And I was like, I got to do this as a career because I can actually make it. There's people that really like what I'm doing. So, why not? You know what I mean? And I love it. So it was good.
Yeah. And if I remember correctly too, weren't you and Cola were in a group of 4 Doggies Angels? Is that right?
Yeah. Yes. Me and Cola, we were Yak and Coke. And no, we were Cola Coniyac, the drink. So we actually started doing music together. Honestly, it was actually supposed to be Ford was at the time when me and Cola did hook up and did the duo. But we put together an album and did all of that, and we recorded a lot of songs. We were working with Jelly Roll. So Jelly Roll was working with us and stuff like that. And actually, it's because of Jelly Roll actually played the music that we did with him for Snoop. And when Snoop heard it, he was like, who is this? And it's so funny because when he played the music for Snoop, Trey D was there. And, and Jelly Roll said, well, you know who this is, Trey D? He said, yep, I know exactly who that is. And I know exactly who they are. And Snoop said, I want you to bring them to the studio, and got the call, and I was like, oh, wow, this is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it just happened like that. Yeah, but yeah, we were working with Jelly Roll at the time, so we were in good hands, production-wise.
Clearly. Jelly Roll got some monsters.
He got some monsters.